Alright boys, how's it going? This video is going to be my TNA Impact review for July 4th, 2013, 4th of July episode, and this was a go-home show for TNA Impact. I ended up watching the whole show. I did not go out to fireworks, but for those of you, this is my first video, but for those of you who are new and jumping over to my other YouTube account, WWE News Everyday, go subscribe to there as well if you have not visited my channel. The link will be down in the description box below. But I'll be doing sports news and reviews of different TV shows. Yeah, that's basically just my intro of my channel. So let's get in the the TNA Impact review. We open up with a video recap of Austin Aries, the Suicide, and Samoa Joe joining the Main Event Mafia. This was just a recap of what happened last week, and yeah. So then Mike Tenny welcomes us to the show and wishes us happy Independence Day, and blah blah blah. That was all just a little tidbit I had in there. Then we had the X Division champion Austin Aries come out and cut a promo, and I talked about winning the World Championship and officially challenged Bully Ray for the title shot. And he calls out Hulk Hogan and hands over the title to make it official. And then Hogan comes out, and Hogan makes his entrance to the ring, and he says Aries gives him the belt, and Hogan cuts a sarcastic promo about Aries' greatness and how he stunk and never loaded the gimmick and fragment. Hogan says there will be a three-way X Division Championship main event as he introduced Magnet as the old Suicide, and Hogan changed his name. Then Hogan brings out Sabin Manian as Chris Sabin cuts a promo on Austin Aries and says no longer wants to be standing here in the ring, and Aries won't stop him from winning the title back that Aries stole. This I thought was a go way to kick off TNA Impact. I mean, Hogan, it was Aries that came out and everything else. I thought it was a go way to start Impact, and Impact's on the right foot, if I might say. So then, up next, we had Daniels and Kazarian cutting a promo through the locker room and to the interviews about AJ Styles using shenanigans and shoe. And then Austin Aries is walking in the back. And then we had a kind of a little promo of the 4th of July merchandise on TNA.com, and Tara kisses Velvet, and that was it. We got our first matchup of the night of AJ Styles versus Kazarian. We had some good back and forth momentum. AJ built. Daniels had some silly wing and a stuffed puppy in his arms at ringside. Kazarian drops kick, which I thought was kind of fucking hilarious that he had that. But AJ reverses Kazarian into a half killer, and Kazarian taps out about after 45 seconds. Winner of the 10-point via submission, AJ Styles. I thought this was alright. I mean, I didn't really think that this was huge, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. Mickie James asks her way out to production for assistance of the ladder. Chavo gives Hernandez a pep talk in the locker room about the BFG series and tells him his tournament to win. Mickie James is in the ring next to give her the ladder. She climbs in it and says to get on the top of the Knockouts division, to have her crawl, scratch, and call as she brags about Knockouts. As she tells the other Knockouts that she will be great and she will break the faces that ring the ladder next week. Up next, we had the gut check delivered from last week's contestant video package, and we go live in the back as Ryan Howe was chosen to go forward. For those of you who don't know who Ryan Howe is, I'm sure many of you know the backstory, but he was on WWE Tough Enough, and the Big O was going to WWE. It's kind of obvious that they did it, but I had no idea that. I knew Al Snow was in TNA, but I mean, this wasn't anything huge. But this next thing was huge. How they chose the Main Event Mafia. How there was going to be a 4th member chosen for the Main Event Mafia. I thought that was alright. Oh, and it was kind of played out, because the way that the Big O shook Al Snow's hand or whatever, that was weird. But up next we had Hernandez versus Jay Bradley, and this was an alright match. This was my bathroom break match, as I like to call them. And Chavo basically distracted Bradley, and Hernandez runs over him for the win. And the winner of the 7 points is Hernandez. Up next we had Gunner and Storm versus Bro Mains, I think that's how you pronounce it. The winners of this match was Gunner and Storm. I thought this was alright, you know, it wasn't the best, but it is what it is. And how this all ended was Jesse a double team with Storm, and Storm covers Jesse for the win. This wasn't that great. I was fixing myself a little snap between this. I mean, TNA is alright to me. I don't think it's a huge major company. I just watch it because it's wrestling. The main event, Mafia, Sting, and Kurt Angle make their way, and this was basically the main event of the evening. They get a great reception from the crowd, and basically he introduced the guy that is the next main event Mafia guy is Samoa Joe. He was the third member, and he says Joe, blah blah, and Angle says Joe suggested being the 4th member of the main event Mafia, and the 4th member of the main event Mafia is Magnus. I thought this guy was released from TNA, but I thought he was. Must be not. But a couple weeks ago, Magnus comes back after 6 months, and we're supposed to believe in him after he loses his first match in 6 months. I don't know. I don't really get it. It is what it is. Our main event of the evening was Jeff Hardy versus Joseph Park, a.k.a. Abyss. And the winner of this match was none other, as this loads here, none other than Jeff Hardy after disqualification. This was alright, and I know it wasn't the main event, but I kind of called it my main event. This was pretty good, but actually there were 2 matches that were really good on this TNA Impact show. The X Division Championship between Austin Aries, Chris Sabin, and Magnic, and that gut check challenge between Joseph Park and Jeff Hardy, and how the main event Mafia made their 4th choice. The new X Division champion is Chris Sabin. He picks up the title and pinned Aries goes for a superplex, but Sabin reverses into a crazy chokeslam from the top rope for the win. And Sabin, who Angle looks at his side, looks over at Bully Ray and says, "We may well be looking to our next world champion." And the main event Mafia was at ringside along with the Aces and Aids. And I wish they should just quit this Aces and Aids storyline. It's getting wicked old. It's getting over the top. It's pretty boring, but there's nothing that I can really do. But on this channel, no thumbnails, which is really good because I don't pull in the extra work. Just a little quick little upload to YouTube, give a little link in the description box, and there we go. But I honestly think that this show was about a 7 or 8 out of 10. As you guys can tell, I'm watching the NHL free agent draft frenzy, and I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on that probably tomorrow. But I'll probably be uploading my WWE SmackDown review video, so I don't know what's gonna happen. And so this is my TNA Impact review for July 4th, 2013. Overall, I think the show was an 8 out of 10. It was a really go-home show, especially for 4th of July, for the people that didn't want to go to fireworks and everything else. I'm pretty sure they got low ratings on this, but it is what it is. And yeah, so see you guys later.